Hey there, Fudge family, and welcome back to Bunches of Lunches. This week, I'm super excited to share our lunches from Disneyworld. We tried lots of new foods, we shared some sweet treats, and we tried foods from around the world. It was such a fun week, I can't wait to share it with you, so come along with me. Now this week we're actually starting on Sunday, and on this day we decided to head to the Animal Kingdom. We got there bright and early because we were really hoping to get on one of our favorite rides in all of Disney called Flight of Passage. And I really can't wait until Griffin is tall enough for this ride so we'll all be able to go together. Before lunch, we ended up stopping at a place called Harambe Market because we really wanted to try a new treat called the Most Beautiful Cake. This was a coconut and pineapple cake with a candy flower on top. For lunch on this day, we decided to try a place called Pizza Fari. We'd never actually tried this restaurant before, but it had really good reviews and pizza is almost always kid-friendly, so we decided to give it a try. Now you'll probably notice that we really only eat at casual restaurants while at Disney. And they often buy a few adult meals and we all share them. This definitely saves us a lot of money and it's the perfect amount of food, so none of it gets wasted. And if there's a mobile order option, I always use it. It's such a time saver. For this lunch, I ordered the pepperoni pizza meal. This can easily feed 2 or 3 kids, depending on their age, and it's actually a really hefty pizza. This also came with a Caesar salad on the side, but I wanted to add a few more veggies, so I brought several of these foodles with me. This one has baby carrots with ranch to dip them in. It also has chunks of cheese and pretzels. There is a Target not too far from Disney where you can actually find these and just bring with you into the park. And then for the special treat today, I picked up 2 of these Simba cupcakes for all of us to share. These are yellow cake filled with white chocolate mousse topped with buttercream and an edible picture of Simba. Isn't this adorable? But it was pretty messy as it was really hot that day and the frosting started to melt. This whole lunch was a success. Everyone loved it. After lunch, we were glad to go on a water ride, one that Griffin was actually tall enough to go on with us. It's called Kali River Rapids. I thought this ride was really fun and refreshing, but the kids weren't huge fans of getting soaked, especially Lily. She got the most soaked, and she said she'd like to skip that ride next time. And that brings us to Monday, which we spent at the Magic Kingdom. And oh man, it was a beautiful but very hot day. By 9 o'clock in the morning, it was already in the 90s. And not everyone was happy about it. We spent the morning experiencing things we didn't get to do last time we were here. We discovered that most of the rides are pretty much the same as the ones at Disneyland in California. But there are a few differences, and we had a lot of fun picking out everything that was different. For lunch on this day, we decided to do brunch. We stopped at a little place just left of the castle called Sleepy Hollow. This cute brick building is actually a walk-up restaurant, and they're known for their chicken and waffles. Now, I was super excited to see that they had Mickey waffles on their menu. Now at Disneyland, you can't get these Mickey waffles unless you have a reservation at a sit-down restaurant. So I ended up getting each kid their own Mickey waffle, and I was really kind of shocked by how much powdered sugar was on top. I was expecting a light dusting, but as you can see, we got a blizzard of powdered sugar. My husband and I chose to share this fresh fruit waffle. I've been seeing this on Instagram forever and I really wanted to try one. This was surprisingly big and had strawberries, blueberries, bananas, and chocolate hazelnut spread, my favorite. Now I also brought a few things to round out this lunch brunch. I brought some sugar snap peas with ranch. I also brought some oranges. And for our drink today, we had lots and lots of water. We would definitely eat her again. Next time, I might ask for less powdered sugar though, because it did make a mess. All of the kids loved their waffle, especially Griffin. who gave his waffle a big thumbs up. Now on this day we started at Epcot because the kids all had a very special class to attend. They got to join with lots of other kids their age and learn all about plants at the Living with the Land attraction. This ride is all about sustainability, conservation, and of course a lot of the plants here are actually grown for the restaurants in the park. After the kids finished up at their class, we headed on over to the World Showcase to have lunch. And there are so many options. Now we decided to go with Chinese. The China Pavilion is amazing. The buildings, the decor, all of the details are really spectacular. We decided to go with the Lotus Blossom Cafe. Again, this is a quick service restaurant. They have things like noodles and rice, egg rolls and pot stickers, that sort of thing. So I did go ahead and order a few of the adult meals. That way we could all share them. I chose the orange chicken with rice because they said it was not spicy. My kids do not really like spicy food. It also came with a mountain of rice. To go along with that, I also ordered a few of the spring rolls and some vegetable pot stickers. This came with a yummy dipping sauce as well. To go along with this, I also brought some cucumbers from home. I just sliced them up. I also brought ranch to dip them in. And then of course, I also brought a few of these foodles, but this one's different. Instead of carrots, this one has slices of apple. There's also some Mickey-shaped cheese crackers in there and some cheddar cheese. And then the other one, instead of the crackers, it has grapes. So this is a great combination. The kids can just share these. I like to bring a small ice chest with me when I go to Disney, and I just keep these in there until lunchtime, and they stay nice and fresh. I also have a few oranges, and then to drink today, the kids are just gonna have water. And last but not least, I did go ahead and pick up a special treat for today, although I think we'll hold on to these and eat them later. These are really adorable Mickey cupcakes. And I didn't find them in the China Pavilion. I actually found them at the Starbucks. These look so cute. They're a vanilla cupcake with raspberry filling, a cute little Mickey on top, topped with edible gold sprinkles. After lunch, we spent a lot of time walking around the China Pavilion, and we even got to watch a movie all about China. Now, I wasn't quite sure if the kids would like this lunch, but they did, and I was super glad. Next up is Thursday, of course, and on this day, we decided to go back to the Magic Kingdom. We pretty much spent the morning exploring Tomorrowland, and after our Fast Pass for Space Mountain, we headed over to a ride called Barnstormer, which is kind of a kiddie coaster, but Griffin was actually tall enough to ride. This coaster is right next to where they're building the new Tron ride, which looks like it's gonna be amazing. So this was Griffin's first roller coaster ride ever, and although he looks pretty scared, by the end of this ride, he was all smiles. He really is a brave little guy.
How was that? So the camera, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Time to go to Epcot!
For lunch on this day, we decided to head back to Epcot. Right now, they're having their Flower and Garden Festival, so that means lots of international food booths with little dishes to try. We decided to pick 2 items from 3 different countries and then share all of the items. Our first stop was in Germany. The Germany Pavilion is beautiful with lots of interesting buildings and artwork. Now, Kenzie was pretty surprised. She thought it smelled very strongly of sauerkraut, yet Jackson didn't notice. Our next stop was in Italy. There were so many yummy looking choices here. Then lastly, a stop in Japan, where I picked up a few things I knew I was going to love. Now, this definitely ended up being our most expensive lunch of the week, since most of these items were between $5 to $7, but split between 6 people, I guess it's not too bad. From Germany, we picked up the toasted pretzel bread. This had black forest reinforced ham and melted cheese on top. And we also picked up something you can find all the time at the Germany Pavilion. I think it's called Nudelgratin, which is basically a delicious baked mac and cheese. From Italy, we picked the Pizza Toscana, which was basically a flatbread pizza with sausage, onions, and lots of cheese. And then we also picked the Zeppoli. I'm not exactly sure how that's pronounced, but these were ricotta cheese fritters. So kind of like little donuts. They also had a raspberry dipping sauce and a chocolate hazelnut drizzle. And then last but not least, from Japan, we ordered the karaage, which is basically a Japanese style chicken nugget, and we got 2 orders of the famous frushi, which is actually one dish that you can get at Disney in California. That's how I knew it was gonna be good. And I love that the whipped cream is in a Mickey shape. Such a cute touch. And then of course I also brought some carrots for those who wanted any, and I also brought some half-frozen juice pouches, which were perfect for a hot day. Now, out of all of these things, my favorite was definitely the frushi. It is so good. I definitely need to learn how to make this at home. After lunch, we explored the rest of the Japanese pavilion, which has fountains and koi fish, and one of my favorite stores, Mitsukoshi. I found some awesome Sailor Moon items. They had so many bento boxes, picks and accessories, and some how-to books. I absolutely love this store. And now we've made it to Thursday, which is our last park day for this trip. We decided to start off at Hollywood Studios, which was actually celebrating their 30th anniversary on that day. For our first snack of the day, we shared some popcorn in this adorable alien popcorn bucket. Isn't it cute? Yes, I collect fun popcorn buckets. Now after that, I really didn't film very much, and that's because it rained quite a bit. So when it came time for lunch, I was really happy to find a place called the Backlot Express, which we had never been to before, but had lots of indoor seating. And I have to say, it was really well themed. It looked just like the backlot of a real filming studio. It was very cool. This restaurant really just had the typical burgers, chicken strips, and french fries. And for the kids' meals, they actually had Uncrustables. But instead of paying $6 for an Uncrustable kids meal, I decided to bring my own from home. I brought a pack of Uncrustables with me. From the restaurant, I also ordered some mac and cheese. These were really good sized cups, so definitely shareable. I also got some fries to share. I also got a few of the free water cups. And then I also brought the last 2 of our foodibles. So there's fruits and veggies in there. I also brought some cheese snacks for later. These Baby Bell cheeses are actually sold in the park, but they're almost $1 a piece. So it's definitely cheaper to bring your own. And then I did go ahead and bring a few of these coconut water lemonades, but they were still too frozen, so we couldn't actually drink them. But that's okay because I got those free water cups. This lunch was another hit. The kids almost never turned down an Uncrustable. Although I prefer a homemade PB&J, these ones are great for traveling. Miss Lily decided her PB&J was best with french fries stuck inside. After lunch, we hopped on a ferry and headed back to Epcot for a few last-minute rides. And we also made one more stop at the China Pavilion for some extra special Chinese cotton candy. This was truly the most interesting and elaborate cotton candy I've ever seen. Definitely something to be shared. It was huge. I do have to say that this cotton candy wilted pretty quickly. And even though the kids liked it, it was very messy. I only had one bite and it still got stuck in my hair. Let me know in the comments down below, out of all of these lunches this week, which one was your favorite? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.